Hey everybody, this is the man from Brooklyn. I'm back. We're gonna have a different topic today. It's called an assault on the Capitol. Well, since I served 25 years in the service, I have never talked about any president of the United States or talked bad about any president of the United States. So sometimes you just have to speak your mind and give your opinion on what you think. Well, we had this assault here on the Capitol, and I never, as long as I here on Earth, I never had a president ever told anybody to go out and pretty much ride the Capitol, pretty much. And I got to give credit to that one. Let me do this now before I forget. Give credit to that one Capitol police officer trying to stand his ground and running up the steps, and he stood his ground to a certain degree, and he had probable cause to shoot somebody if he had to, because his life definitely was in jeopardy because he didn't know which way that crowd was going to go. Well, back to the president. Well, they thinking about invoking, the 25th Amendment to get him out of office. If they decide to do that, I can't blame them, because I always thought, personally about this particular president, there was some mental issues going on in the last year, 2 to 3 years, when he started twitting and doing all this other stuff, and the lies that got caught up with him. And mostly all the presidents, they never tell the truth anyway. But this guy just went way beyond where shouldn't have went. And then when you got a bad president, when you got the one of the top generals. Let me get his name right. Jen Mathis, that's the name I have, that start talking about the president, and that he makes some terrible decisions. I've always been a military supporter, and I'm going to always stand on that, because military been most of my life, in police, and that's where I stand. This president's really going out with a bang, but it's not a good bang. He should have just went out gracefully, even though if it was corrupted. Uh, uh, Most of the people don't want him anyway. It's an old saying: if you're not wanted in somebody's house, you should leave. He didn't leave, and it's not over with yet. They had to enact the National Guard. Probably active duty going to be out there from the Army Reserve and active duty. They're all probably going to be out there, and it makes no sense. The way they assaulted this. Another thing came up when we had the riots, and this, and people brought up a good thing. When Black Lives Matters was out there, they had a total police department out there shooting rubber bullets and everything. They had everything they needed to control that riot. In this situation, I don't know that Trump called this down or what, but it was not enough staff out there to control that situation. Personally, they actually do. I think it was a race thing. Strongly, I feel it was to a certain degree, because I always had the joke. First you got to rally up 3,000-4,000 minorities to get them together to even get out there to do something like that. And then if you do, I feel the police and the law enforcement and federal agencies would change. You would have more out there than what you need, because remember I said before, we still have a certain degree of racism here in the United States. And sometimes it's not racism, it's power, structure, who's swapping hands. They don't want to give up their power, and that's combined with racism. This was downplayed. I believe Trump had a lot to do with it. Like I said before, I never talk bad about no president of the United States. But this one here, I have something to say. He got to go. Because he's leaving out in history style. I sat there and usually bite my tongue. I said, this is the worst of the worst. We had some before him, Nixon, the Kennedys had their thing, but when you go in there like a thug, we got problems. I remember when the election came, when he first ran for office, I told certain party members, you might want to think twice before you vote for this guy. And I'm speaking from a Yankee point of view. I'm from Brooklyn. I know how we think and stuff. And I said, this guy been rich all his life, and now it's coming out. I strongly believe there's mental illness there. That's not being told. And you're going to find out this in the long run. That's my strong message today. I'm going to watch this situation. This is another topic I'm discussing, but this still can cause post-traumatic stress and anxiety for those veterans who, suffering from that. Don't forget to leave a message or text me, the man from Brooklyn. Don't forget to subscribe on the right-hand side, and have a blessed day.